Hey, Carlos Lago from Edmunds here, and if you couldn't tell from the green stitching, I'm sitting in a Lamborghini Urus, and Alistair over there is in the Tesla Model Y. Hey, Alistair. So, Alistair, I think we finally have a vehicle to stand up to the Tesla Model Y's dominance in straight line acceleration.
It's entirely possible, but you have had to borrow a car that costs 4 times as much as this Model Y. As you look at it there, ladies and gentlemen, that Lamborghini is $300,000. And a fairly embarrassing shade of green, might I add.
Someone's green with envy, but it's certainly not me. Yes, this Lamborghini costs as much as a house. It also has a twin-turbo 4-liter V8 with 641 horsepower, all-wheel drive, and a transmission with some number of speeds. It certainly has the recipe to make that Model Y lose, which is important because thus far that Model Y has been unbeaten with regard to SUVs on our drag racing series.
And if you're not a regular viewer of this channel, firstly, shame on you. And secondly, this is part of our long-term test fleet. We're running it for a year, 20,000 miles. It's a Tesla Model Y performance, which means it's basically as fast as a Model Y can get. And as Carlos says, it's currently undefeated in SUV drag races. But today, I fear it may well meet its match.
Nice. Before we get racing, make sure to give us a like, a comment, and hit that subscribe button too if you want to see more drag races like this. Also, tell us what cars you want to see go up against the Model Y in drag races or other drag race pairings. We like doing this and we want to know what you want to see. Also, visit edmunds.com/sellmycar to get an instant cash offer on your car. On with the race.
You may have a Lamborghini, but do you have romance? I wish I could roll my R's. Romance mode.
I may not have a romance mode, but pretty much all the drive modes in this car are in Italian. Anima, strada, sport, corsa. So that's kind of romantic. Launching the Urus, like many other high-performance vehicles these days, is really easy. Once you're in the right drive mode, left foot mash the brake, right foot mash the gas, release the brake, and you're off. The trick is figuring out which mode to do it in because you have 6 different drive modes, actually 7 if you count the personal ego mode. But so far we found that the best way to do it is to put it in corsa, and that's it.
Carlos, have you done all that blathering about Italian modes and launch and everything else?
Forza Italia.
So Carlos is talking you through his launch mode and all the different things to set up and this and this and this, and launch control and blah, 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 blah. It's all in Italian. Blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to shut my eyes and have a little bit of meditation. Basically, all you do in the Model Y is boot the accelerator. That's it.
Drivers race in 3, 2, 1, go!
I think I've won.
It wasn't in drive.
Alright, so Carlos won, so we'll reset really quick.
Step 1 to drag racing, kids. Make sure your car is in a forward gear.
You know why I said this car was really easy? It is, to the point where I got complacent and forgot to put it in drive, or possibly it may have a function that if you leave it in drive too long it defaults out of park. But anyway, you're not really interested in this, you just want to see the race.
You just got to see a little bit of a flamboyancy from the Lamborghini showing off. The bull is very proud, Alistair. It's very proud.
Alright, are we for real ready this time? Drivers race in 3, 2, 1, go!
And I'm gone.
Oh, that thing launches. Oh. Tell you what, now he's up and running. I'm actually holding him. It was just the first sort of 20-30 yards that it just launches that much better.
Wow. This Lamborghini is really fast.
Actually, what was really interesting, it was really fast for like 0 to 30. It launched extraordinarily well. But then at that point, I kind of held you, which is the opposite of what we found out in the Corvette, where you got the second half of the race and the Corvette sort of pulled away. Here, the Lambo had an awesome launch and then kind of didn't really go anywhere.
Yeah, I saw that in my side view mirror. I saw you disappear, but I didn't see you reappear, basically. You know, so it was interesting to know that you held steady with me, but man, this thing gets off the line really fast, way faster. I thought the Tesla would actually get off the line faster, but I guess this just launches harder.
I suspect that that's sort of set up to launch, and you've just got such massive boots on it.
A lot of tire and a lot of torque makes for rapid acceleration, and it really leaps off the line. It feels really cool.
I reckon it's that $60,000 worth of optional carbon fiber as well. That's got to make all the difference. And the green calipers, obviously.
Green is the fastest color, of course. Shall we do that one again?
Si, bravo.
All right, drivers race in 3, 2, 1, go!
What a better launch. The Lambo does not go away as you would expect. It's still going to win, but... And this Tesla is... I know we've been doing this drag racing with the Model Y thing a while, but you're still blown away by just how fast this is.
Up to about like 50 or 70, because I could just stare at each other as these things are rapidly accelerating.
I was just doing my little chat to camera and saying that I know we've been using this Model Y for this sort of thing a few times, but you're still blown away by just how much performance off the line there is in this thing, even up against something as outrageous as a Urus.
That a Tesla can keep up with a Lamborghini is pretty darn impressive.
And what's interesting, as we said before, is you're not going away. Even when you get into the second half of the run, you're not really going away, which is unusual, because normally a gas car actually has that benefit over an EV.
Yeah, and much like the Corvette, this requires entering a drive mode, activating launch control, and so on, where in the Model Y you just have to step on it. I guarantee you, though, which one looks better in a music video? It's this one. It's a Lamborghini. Okay, so I think we do a roll-on race now to see if we can have that same kind of performance when you eliminate the launch from the procedure, right?
Yeah, and given our experience of the straight line drag race, this one should be pretty interesting.
The Lamborghini's quicker launch, if you remove that from the picture, will it be able to maintain that distance? I think it ought to.
Yeah, you were pulling away a little bit by the end of the straight there.
Okay, so for a roll-on race, we're gonna both get moving up to about 30 or 40 miles an hour or so. When we cross the start line, we're both gonna nail our accelerator pedals, and we're gonna see what happens when you eliminate the launch from the acceleration run. I'm ready when you guys are.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit 40 miles an hour at the line. 38, 37, 38, 39, and boot it!
Oh, the turbo lag! The turbo lag! Whoa, okay. I'm reeling him in though. I'm reeling him in. Interesting. Really interesting.
What happened there? Were you sleeping?
No, it took that long for the turbos to spool up. It was absolutely turbo lag.
Like proper old-fashioned 1980s turbo lag.
Yeah, I was in the correct gear. I put it in second gear to make sure we were there, and I nailed it, and it just took a little bit for those turbos to get air. As always, we've proven something interesting with this drag race series, that a Model Y is slower than a Lamborghini from a dead stop, but if you get the jump on that Lamborghini on the freeway, they better have planned ahead, or else they're gonna be looking at the taillights of an EV. And also, I gotta say, it's funny for how little we know about the Model Y's horsepower and torque. The Lamborghini proudly displays its output on the dash when you put it in Corsa mode.
That is a very cool and very distracting feature that I was playing with earlier.
It's super neat. I love this car.
I find myself loving it and slightly hating myself for loving it. Does that make sense?
It's that line from Anchorman, I hate you, but damn it, I respect you. This is very cool. Well, thank you guys for watching another entry into our drag racing video series. If you like what you saw, leave a comment. If you didn't like what you saw, hey, leave a comment as well. It's a free country, right? Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Again, 3 comments there. And also be sure to visit edmunds.com/sellmycar to get an instant cash offer on your car.